Hey there! You're listening to Amplify Your Legacy. This podcast is packed with insights and strategies to turn your passion into something that endures for generations. So get comfortable, stay inspired, and let's jump into today's episode with your host, Salana Brown.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Amplify Your Legacy podcast. You're in for a real treat. We're going to share strategies and insight that help women in the spotlight show up powerfully and authentically. If you're a speaker, an author, a coach, looking to elevate your personal brand, this episode is for you. Today, we have an incredible guest, Jackie Wheeler, the founder of Jackie Style Image and branding agency. For over 30 years, she has been helping women step into their most authentic, memorable, and consistent style, image, and brand. Jackie believes that when you align with your present self, you know who you truly are. This transformation is undeniable, and I cannot wait for this conversation. Jackie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so I know you're doing this work for decades. Let's start where you are today. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what motivated you in this line of work?
So I have 30 years experience. And so today I'm just loving working with those women in the spotlight that need a consistent image to when they're showing up for all their events and all the different things that they have available to them, whether it's podcasting or on stage or just networking, like just showing up authentically. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. I started when I was young, and I absolutely love the stories. I started with my girlfriends in high school and junior high and high school and in college. And I met with this beautiful image consultant who had coffee with me and allowed me to do an aha of, oh, that's the thing I want to do. And now I understand what those words are. I made it all connect together. And here I am today.
I love that. You work with so many high-level women, speakers, authors, coaches, women who are consistently in the spotlight. What do you think the biggest misconception people have about personal style and branding at that level?
That it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's the biggest misconception, that, well, I know what I know. I'm excellent at what I do. I'm capable, all those things, and those are really, really important. But when you start thinking how you show up doesn't matter, that's when you make the mistake.
That's great advice. It's so insightful because so many of us think branding is just about the colors we wear, or the font on our website. But that's not really what it's about. It's really about how we make them feel.
Right. And it's how we I always talk about that you are your walking billboard. So you are constantly giving out your message. You're constantly talking about, without a word, your brand. You're constantly in that position of being able to impact other people when you walk in the room, again, without even saying a word. Your style, image, and brand is that consistency and what it's saying, and whether it's saying something really good for you because you've paid attention, or if it's not because you're not paying attention. Yeah.
True. That's great insight. So many of us want to know. So we're going to rewind a little bit. You've been doing this for a long time. You said 30 years. How did this journey start for you? What pulled you into the world of image and branding?
Well, the image piece of it, I just was this little kid, this child that was born with this audacity to want to dress herself, want to dress other people. And I just naturally knew about color and balance. And I just was encouraged from a young age to continue to hone that and to look at that. And when I was in college, I knew I wanted to be in business for myself. I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I did fashion classes and business classes, and again, I met a woman who was an image consultant, and she told me like what I could do, further education, and really spurred me on and encouraged me in this space. My original plan was I was going to, become a buyer and figure out how to be a buyer and own a store. Because I didn't know what this image consultant thing was. And she just inspired me in such a great way, and to really know what the things that I know and put words to them and to put understanding to them and to like get it. So that was really an exciting part of my story. Barbie's too helped, but that's
Of course. That's interesting. And that story is so powerful. And I would imagine over the years, you've seen a lot of shifts, not just in fashion, but in how women are showing up in leadership and speaking and authorship. What's one of the biggest challenges? It could also be just a change you've seen of how women present themselves today versus when you started.
oh, well, I'll tell you, when I started, I used to tell my clients who were speakers to have a speaker's uniform because it made it easy. Like it was simple. You had this specific uniform that you would do. You know what you were going to wear. You didn't have to think about it. You would show up. With the advent of social media and photos everywhere and videos everywhere and these opportunities to change up your look, that's not like I shifted from that to be like, nope, we really need to really be consistent in how we're showing up in our clothing and how we our clothing and accessories and all of those come together to tell a story. And you want your social media story to be consistent, but unless you want to be a Steve Jobs or a Michael Kors, or it has the black t-shirt and that's it, that's your brand, then that's your brand, stick with it. But not everybody is like that, and women have so many choices. It really created this opportunity for a different kind of opportunity for me to help them create what they want to say with all the different choices that they have. And it's been a lot of fun to like just watch that shift. It's kind of like, I don't know if you when business cars had our photos on them, and if you have the photo from when you have the glam shots or the glamour shots, like it today, if I were to still have that business card today, it does not make sense. So it's just keeping that consistency and keeping your image, style, image, and brand like up front and fresh, and making sure that you're still on point for today versus from yesterday.
Yeah, I love seeing the evolution of style. It's just wonderful to see. It's interesting because for women in the spotlight, there's a balance between strategy and authenticity, making
Correct.
sure you're intentional but not performative.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of change, a lot of evolution, and it's great. So let's now talk about legacy. What is the legacy that you want to be known for, and how are you intentionally building it right now?
Oh, I love this so much. So I'm going to do a little side note, and then I want to come back if that's okay. So legacy, the first time I ever decided to choose a word for the year, legacy was that word. And I will say I was a brat and was like, but legacy is for old people. And then I got a clue, and then I got a clue, and realized that legacy is something that I want for my children and for my grandchildren now, whether what that looks like. And so I just came to realize that as I explored that particular word, that my legacy is, maybe my kids, I have boys, so I don't have a girl that's going to take over my image consulting business. The boys are not interested in that. But the legacy that I leave is this entrepreneurial spirit. This legacy that I leave is to thinking outside the box. And I am so excited to leave that for them, for my sons and for my grandchildren. But also the legacy that I'm leaving is the impact on each of the women that I work with, so that they can be their authentic selves, so that they can look in their closet and feel confident and beautiful no matter what. That when they're showing up someplace, that they know that they don't have to worry about that piece, and that they get to be be in their most powerful selves, or their genius, that they get to work in their genius versus having to worry about, like, oh, did I wear the right thing or whatever. So I'm really excited. There's kind of a multi-layer of legacy that I think about when you ask that for me. I love that word so much.
Beautiful. And for women listening right now who are thinking, okay, I want to do more to amplify my legacy, whether it's through my image, whether it's through, what I say, what I do. What's one practical step that they can take to step more fully into their personal brand?
Well, first, it's to find out what your message is. I talk about, like, you never have a second chance for first impression, and there's a whole bunch of things that we don't have control over. But what I want to encourage is figure out what you do have control over. Do you want to show up as classy and full of grace, poise, and style? How do you want that to be? And once you've figured that out, then that gives you that opportunity to spread your legacy in that way. So the number one thing is to find out how you want to show up. Find those 3 words and connect to them. And then we can talk about how we can pull it all together.
Love it. It's simple, powerful, and something we can all implement right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other tips and strategies that can help them?
Well, it's not necessarily a legacy strategy, but I'll tell you what, so many women get frustrated with taking with their shopping. So what I want to recommend is, before you bring anything into your closet, make sure that that piece that you want to purchase goes with 3 other things in your closet. That way you're expanding your wardrobe, and you're not wasting your money, and you're not wasting your time. If it doesn't go with anything in your closet, then you get to leave it there. You don't need to take it home with you.
Oh, wow. That's really good advice. Really good advice. Okay, Jackie. So this has been an incredible conversation. I know so many people are going to walk away with feeling more confident on how they can show up in the world. Before we wrap up, where can listeners find you online and work with you? Share that information.
Of course. The best place to find me, so you can see all the fun things that I'm doing and get more personality, is on Instagram at the Jackie Style. And of course, you can find me on my website. There is a free gift for you there. It's 𝐻ECKiestyle.com/free gift. And there's a little style guide there for you.
Could you tell us more about what it is that you do with your branding services and your personal style services? What choices do they have to work with you?
Yeah, so I love working in person, but I definitely have a virtual option as well. My biggest thing is to find out more about you. So the more that I know about you, the more that you know about yourself. I talk about colors, your body type, fashion, personality. We really dig into those 3 words and what it means to you. Because what I think classy is and what you think classy is could be 2 different things. So we really dig into that. We figure out what that looks like. And then I take some time into your closet, find out if those pieces still work for you based upon all the information that we just had. We make a list of things that may be missing, and we do some shopping. So there's a lot of beautiful opportunities. My favorite opportunity is when you open up your calendar and you're like, Jackie, here's all my events that I have coming up. Put me together, find my outfits for me. So then that's a really beautiful monthly curation of opportunities, so that once we know what all those things are put together, then we just keep that decision fatigue at bay, so that you can look great all the time throughout all your events.
And is this just clothes? Is it head to toe? What
Well,
is
it's
the
clothing
transformation?
yeah, it's clothing and accessories. And then I do my best to make sure that you have the right contacts for hair, makeup, and those kind of things. I have makeup background. I can give you tips on that, but I'm not an artist. So
Understood. Well, I love what you're doing as far as helping women feel confident and how they show up in the world. That's amazing.
thank you.
Any last minute things that you want to share with the audience?
Well, I just want to remind you that there is no one else that is you. You are unique and special and wonderfully made. So don't try to go out there and be somebody else. Um, really hone in on who you are and be your authentic you. That's all the world wants because you're beautiful in and of itself.
Oh, certainly. I love it. Perfect. So thank you once again, Jackie, for coming on the show. I'm so
Thank you.
happy to have
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
you. And ladies, if you're ready to refine your style, elevate your brand, and step into your most authentic presence, be sure to connect with Jackie. And if you love this episode, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep showing up, keep shining, and keep building the legacy you're meant for. Bye-bye for now.
That's all for this episode of Amplify Your Legacy. A huge thank you for listening in today. I hope today's conversation has sparked some reflection on your own legacy. Let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram at Solana Brown. And visit solanabrown.com for more resources on growing and preserving your legacy. Be sure to leave a rating or review. It helps others discover the show. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes packed with inspiration and actionable strategies. Until next time, keep amplifying your legacy.